Hello, everyone. This is the New Hope team with you. Our trader, Ivan.
Hi, everyone.
And me, Sergey. Today, we're recording a new video about our trading reports, about the accounts we're still trading. And today we'll show our new results for the past month. Right, Ivan?
Yes, that's right. Literally about a month and a half ago, maybe a month, we posted a video with the reports. So, over this period, we've accumulated a large number of new accounts. Competitors and maybe other traders regularly tell us that this type of trading doesn't work anymore, that brokers don't allow it. But one way or another, every year and month after month, we keep opening new accounts, making profits, and withdrawing funds. Yes, sometimes there are some contentious issues with brokers, but even so, we consistently make steady profits using our robot.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And I also want to clarify right away, just like before, you'll now see our entire desktop from the laptop, from the MetaTrader 5 terminal on your screen. But today, most likely, the names of many brokers will be blurred out, and possibly some instruments as well. Why is that, Ivan?
Yes, that's right. Here's the situation. There are a lot of brokers on the market right now who have started working for the long term. In the past, accounts could be blocked very quickly, or there could be some disputes. But now we've found a certain group of brokers that let you work there for months. And because of that, we can withdraw funds steadily and over a long period. The main rule is not to get greedy. In other words, don't try to make 1,000 or 2,000% in a single day. If the liquidity provider is satisfied with everything and the profits aren't insanely high, you can consistently withdraw $5,000 or $6,000 every week. Accordingly, our clients know about these brokers because once a month we update the broker database and provide it to them. But we don't make the list of brokers publicly available because that would lead to two issues. First, our profitability would decrease because of this. And second, the quality of the brokers we provide to our clients would go down. To avoid this, we don't give everyone access to these brokers because we value our company's reputation and the way our clients operate.
Yes, I also want to emphasize again that access to these specific trading brokers is available to our clients. So, those clients who use our product, they receive this information from their personal manager and their respective channels. If you haven't purchased our product yet, unfortunately, we can't show you the brokers who are currently working. But you can watch our previous video with brokers who, at the moment, are not working. And we explained why.
Not all.
Well, not necessarily, yeah. So maybe some of them
That's the market.
are still working, yeah. So
Everything is always changing.
but I want to say that in real time, we do not provide information about the brokers we are currently trading with to non-clients in order to keep the broker confidential and, in the future, to maximize profits for ourselves and, first and foremost, for our clients. Yes, because we discuss how much percentage can be made and how not to take unnecessary risks. Ivan has already talked about this.
Yes, well, we have detailed instructions about this. And it's very important for you to understand that if you come to us to rent a robot, we provide one, at most 2 brokers. So we can give you advice, help you with the settings. But that doesn't mean that if you rent it, you'll immediately get the full list of all brokers and start making millions. That's the wrong approach. Renting is meant to be an introductory process. So a potential client rents the robot, installs it, checks out its features, sees how the robot works, and based on that decides whether to buy it or not. Renting does not include access to the full list of brokers or full service like we provide to our full-fledged clients.
Yes, that's absolutely right. But still, beginners, or not necessarily beginners, just people who rent, still get pretty much the full range of services. That means you'll also have a personal manager. So you won't be left alone with the trading platform. You'll have a manager, and a group will be created in Telegram where you and the IT manager will go through everything step by step. If needed, you can also have a call via Zoom. I also wanted to make a small note that we've updated the company's website. Now we have a completely new website. And right now, if you visit, you can see a pop-up window with a presentation about our new product. Those clients, or rather, those newcomers who wanted to get a discount or were interested in any discounts. Now, if you receive the presentation about our product, you automatically get a discount. So I ask everyone to visit, check out our new website, and share your feedback about it. Well, now I think we'll get back to trading. Get back to looking at trading accounts and start with broker one. So, broker number one. Ivan, as I understand it, our deposit here was around $5,000, right? $4,898.
Yeah.
And our net profit was $27,374.
Yes, that's correct.
That's actually a pretty good result.
If you look, the main profit was made in just one day. That's exactly the case we mentioned earlier. So you can't get too greedy. Let me explain in more detail. Everyone knows that just about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, there was the so-called trade war started by Trump, and the markets were extremely volatile. During that period, volatility was really high, and you could make money instantly in just one day. This is a very telling example when we made over 500% in just one day. Yes, they did pay us that money, but after that, the liquidity providers started fighting back against us. They began widening the spreads, they started increasing execution times, and trading became much more difficult. This is exactly the issue of greed. Yes, and actually, that's one of the factors. In the instructions, we specifically mentioned this, that even if you connect and work with a broker who has an A-book, it doesn't mean they'll keep paying you out forever. Liquidity providers also have their own risk management, meaning they have their own limits that they won't go beyond. They have a risk department and staff who are responsible for potential losses. If they see that you've made 500% in a single day, that's already $25,000 in profit. Then, naturally, they understand that if they leave you alone, in a month you'll withdraw $500,000. And that's exactly why they start enabling extra execution. In other words, execution gets slower. They might widen the spread or increase the commission. These are exactly the kinds of things, ways the liquidity provider protects themselves, because by contract they're required to pay out the money, but no one forces them to keep the trading conditions the same during trading. So we can observe things like this happening.
So I looked at the account and I saw that a typical, regular account started out with 1 lot, then 2, 5, and so on, increasing. And then, somewhere in the middle, there was a trade with 30 lots in a single order.
Yes.
But then it went down again, ending back at 25 lots per order. Why was it 30 in the middle and then started to decrease? So was it because of the news?
No. When there's a lot of volatility, we keep a close eye on the monitor, watching what's happening in real time. As soon as we notice an increase in execution time or a widening of the spread or commission, we react immediately. The first thing we do is immediately reduce the trading lot size. When the conditions change, we check. If we're still making a profit under the new conditions, we increase the lot size again, maybe not to the same level as before, but we still raise it and watch how the market reacts. And the next time, when we raised it for the second time, we realized that execution time started increasing even more, so we decided to stop trading at that point. So that's the reason. It's just a very delicate process, and you always have to keep a close eye on it. Really keep your finger on the pulse.
Yeah. That's why I think this system actually requires a bit more attention than crypto. So for those who don't want to bother too much, crypto would probably suit you better. You just press one button, Check it from your phone every now and then, and you don't have to sit at your computer. So for those who are buying specifically to trade on Forex, the thing is, you really have to sit there and work, constantly work and stay focused.
Yeah, of course, because on Forex you can make, say, 100, 200, even 300% a month. Potentially, you can earn that much. But with crypto, you'll make like 80 or 100% per year. But with Forex, you have to be constantly involved in the process, while with crypto, it's enough just to make sure the robot is working correctly, without any errors. That's it. That's the whole difference.
All right, everything's clear with this account.
Yes.
We made 27,500. That's an excellent result from 5,000. Really excellent. One of the most frequently asked questions is, clients want to know how much the system earns. The system earns differently every time, and it's all individual. It's really hard to say exactly how much it makes. You could make $100, or you could make 50,000, give or take, over the same period. Let's move on to another broker. Broker number 2. Ivan, can you tell me if we can actually show this broker's name?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good. Then let's move on to the next broker. FBS Broker. A lot of people know this company, this firm.
We've already published reports from this broker, and they're still operating and continue to process withdrawals. So yes, there are some specific issues related to certain regions, like China, Taiwan, and some other Asian countries, where apparently the regulation is poor, depending on who opens the account, and there can be some cancellations there. In all other regions, withdrawals are processed smoothly. So yes, we trade. You can see it directly. We trade cryptocurrency. And the broker started to push back against us. Now, when they open new accounts, cryptocurrency trading is disabled. So you can't trade anymore. They don't withhold our money. They give it back to us. They just prohibit cryptocurrency trading on new accounts.
That's a great result, too. The deposit was 2,000 or 3,000. Roughly speaking, we withdrew 3,000 in profit, 3.5 actually, so more than 100%. And there weren't that many orders. By the way, I can see.
Yeah.
A lot of orders, but here, basically.
Yeah, cryptocurrency has its own quirks. Everyone says cryptocurrency is super volatile. But that's not entirely true. Because if you look at the spread relative to the volatility, the spread is actually pretty big. But if you look at indexes, like the American ones, the spread there is really small, and you only need minor movements to find signals.
Great. Also, I'd like to point out that all the money was apparently withdrawn via USDT transfer. That's really convenient. Excellent account. Excellent performance.
I can also point out that with the introduction of cryptocurrency, many brokers now process withdrawals in 10 or 15 minutes. So they've started automating the system. If their risk management approves your account, the withdrawal is almost instant.
Awesome. Let's move on to the next broker. Let's move on to broker number 3.
Okay.
Let's launch this company now. Our history will load up. All right, our trading window is going to look a bit messy.
Just show one trade on the screen, that's it. It doesn't want to.
Okay. What do we see here? Our deposit is 5,119. And the profit was 10,000. Well, that's an excellent 200% just.
Yeah, and that's in just 2 days of trading.
Yes, we can check that right now too.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually checked, and we've been trading for 2 days. That's an excellent result for 2 days.
An amazing result.
200%, basically 100% per day. But I also want to mention that broker number 1 and broker number 3, we're not giving their names, and they're blurred out on your screen for a reason, because we're currently working with them, as are our clients. and they have good earning potential. That doesn't mean broker number 2, FBS, isn't working. We just mentioned it earlier and provided trading data for it, so everyone could see it.
Yeah, even the trading instrument is the same. Nothing new. On the contrary, we show FBS openly so you understand that a month, half a year, or even a year can go by and nothing changes. So you can keep earning with the same broker on the same instrument.
That's right. Well, I think everything is clear with this broker too. It's classic. Again, clients ask, how much can you earn? Here you go, reports from real accounts.
Yeah, I'll just note one thing. This broker account was opened by a person under the regulation of the country where they live. So it's all very simple. A person from country number 1. Regulation is from the same country. Because he is a priority client for this country, he can withdraw money quickly and without any problems. Because both the regulator and the broker are afraid not to return the money. That's it. So it's a very simple scheme. And because of that, you can quickly and safely grow your deposits and withdraw money.
Yes. Let's move on to broker number 4. This broker is also well known to everyone. It often appears on our list, FXPro.
Yes.
Trading was also done here recently, on May 12th, just a few days ago. Look, here we had a deposit of 1,500, and the profit was 1,110. That's a pretty great result. We didn't quite reach 100%, but again.
Let me clarify. On this account, we actually did reach 100%, but they enabled increased execution time and artificial slippage. So we just decided not to keep working further or try other instruments, and chose to withdraw as is. So this is a very illustrative example. A lot of people come to us and say that FXPro is a broker that's very fast, that it doesn't work. But as yet another confirmation, just like with that broker, we keep proving and showing every time that it's not true. You can always adjust. The main thing is to look, try different options, find opportunities. They're always there. And FXPro is a great example of that.
Yeah, I see that you mostly traded gold with this company FXPro. Well, that's great. Some of our clients have also asked if we can trade cryptocurrency. And the previous broker, broker number 2, FBS, is also a great example. You can see that our quotes are so fast that you can even trade Bitcoin with this broker. And you can see that for yourself. So for broker number 2 and broker number 4, we'll have data from these accounts shown below, or we'll add them to our main table from the previous video. A link to the first video with the trading reports should pop up here somewhere now. You can rewatch it if you haven't seen it before. All right, I think we've shown you the 4 main accounts. Of course, that's not all.
Yeah, you could probably show the table. We'll blur it out too. Just to show that we've gathered, actually, we have a lot more accounts. We just selectively showed you a certain small list. In the table itself, just what I put together over the past month. There are almost 40 accounts here. And even then, I didn't really dig in and collect them all. This is just a small group that I had in sight. So trading is ongoing, and we have no plans to stop trading.
We were just shown 4 main accounts. Just to update, so to speak, our data, because there are always newcomers asking if we're still trading or not. So this video will also be recorded for them to show that we're constantly working and not standing still. But still, unfortunately, we won't be able to provide you with the entire table. Most brokers will be hidden for the reason we've already explained to you.
Yes. Also, I'd like to mention, while we're filming this video, one of the latest updates we've made is regarding cryptocurrency. That robot is working, and there are no issues with it. We added a second type of strategy, which is even less risky, but at the same time, it allows you to work even on DX exchanges where you don't need to register. There, you just need to fund your deposit. And there are no hedge accounts, no trading in both directions. So, this robot is a perfect fit for that. And we've added the 3 promised exchanges. The first one is Biget. The second is Hyperliquid, which is actually a DX exchange. And the third is BitMEX. Why are we doing this? We're expanding our horizons because in the European Union and the United States, you can't work on most exchanges. They have strict restrictions. The Hyperliquid exchange isn't regulated by anyone, so there's no verification. You can trade there from any country. And this is exactly for those who ask, when can I start trading if I'm from America? Or if I'm from Germany, can I start trading? We've completely solved this issue now. The instructions will be updated soon. This will really allow a new client base to start working. People who want to get into the crypto industry without any risk or headaches.
I think we'll stop here for now. Stay tuned for our new videos. We'll try to release the next video about the crypto robot, including its trading reports and performance. That's all. Thank you, everyone. We're looking forward to your comments. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye.